final score then, AFC Bournemouth 1, Manchester City 3.
You didn't see the one though, did you?
I didn't see the one.
No,
I was having a week, and look, Tom Jordan challenged Jebbo to score a Premier League goal, and look, he's done it.
And I also bet him that Jebbo wouldn't score. £10. That means I owed Tom £10.
Yeah. But
it was a good.
In fairness, we were pretty poor today, weren't we?
We weren't great. Yeah, it was a bit of a. I don't know. It was a bit of a nothing game. We weren't on our game at all. They weren't particularly great, but they've just better quality than we had. And I don't know. I think there was a couple of players out there didn't really put in much of a shift today. I thought Lewis, like I think you've said, Lewis had a bit of a shocker today. I know he'll admit that. He'd be the first to admit that. But equally, I just don't think we punished them when we had the opportunities, and we didn't really force enough on them. We sort of sat off and let them dictate the game. And you know, it's going to be their showpiece game. Kevin De Bruyne would leave in and all that nonsense. But I just would have loved it if we'd have got about them a bit more and just unsettled them a bit more and just done some of those performances we've seen earlier on in the season. But we just didn't feel like we were quite up for it today.
Frustrating thing is when we're in second gear, they're in third gear. When we're in third gear, they're in fourth gear. When we're in fourth, etc. So it felt like
chasing shadows at times.
Yeah, they played how we wanted them to. We play how they want us to, but they're better. So that's ultimately what it is.
Look at the cost of the squads, mate. You know,
I know.
We're having to sell our best players. They're bringing in £100 million players. You know, that's the difference where the two teams are at. But we give a good account of ourselves. We've beaten them once this season.
Yeah.
You know, to say that we've on par had a draw as the games have gone, one each. You know, I take that. The fact that we've had one victory against them is great. Yeah. So it's progression. The team's progressing. You know, we know we're going to lose a couple of players this summer, but hopefully, Simon Francis Pinto can get some. You can do some good work again, uncover some gems, and we'll try and kick on again. But tonight was always going to be about City, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
It was. I mean, it was. You can probably hear Kevin De Bruyne's name being sang out from the fans. He's having his little tribute. Tifo was out before the game and stuff, and what a wonderful career he's had. At Manchester City. Where he'll be next, we don't know. Look, Lewis Cook had a hell of a job trying to keep up with him. Tyler Adams as well. I mean, like you say, chasing shadows, but. It felt like Lewis Cook, it was a difficult game for him, let's put it that way. Red card, of course, but the last touch I remember, now this may not be the case, but for both goals seemed to be him losing the ball.
There was a moment, I think, I know exactly what you mean. We won the ball back, we think we got momentum, we're going to push up the pitch, and then Lewis loses it on both occasions and puts us under the cosh again. There's a moment, I think the second goal, Mark made a good point where he said, look, Kirke's got the ball again, and he played a ball and he was under a challenge. He could have gone down, and if he goes down and he gets a foul, because he rode the challenge, he didn't get the foul. They played on and they scored in the counter. It's just one of them. Look, they're an incredible side. There's a part of me that's a little bit cynical. Just thinks nothing's going to ruin their party tonight.
No.
I'm not going to say no conspiracy theories or anything like that. There was a lot of decisions that seemed to be going their way, and. I'm not even sure about the Lewis Cook one. I know it's finished up where he's took him, but he's won the ball first.
I've seen a still and it didn't look great.
I know it doesn't look great, but he's won the ball first and he's followed through. It's that thing that never used to be a foul.
No.
It was you win the ball. Just because he's followed through, it's unfortunate, but he can't legislate for where that player's going to be, I guess. But
it felt like in the final third. I mean, our sort of front four really were pretty impotent. Really, Clymer obviously got taken off.
Hang on, Jebbo.
Well, I know he came on and changed it, but Tavernier wasn't at it.
No.
Semenyo on the other side as well. Evan Nilsson had a chance where he should have maybe done better, but it just
is a bit tame, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were never going to score. Tav had a chance where
I'd like to see the Evan Nilsson chance, because apparently he's done well to miss, not to get that on target. Right. But I haven't seen it, but. Yeah, tame efforts. The Clivert one early on, it's a tight angle. He's hit it. He's got to do well to beat Edison from that range. And then Tav's, like you said, it was almost a bit of a back pass. We were just a bit tame in our ferocity in attacking their goal. And I just felt, it set the tone for the evening. They were better in both boxes, and. I think maybe we had the wins taken out of ourselves just because of what happened. Palace winning the FA Cup. We had to sort of cross our fingers, legs, and everything for everything goes our way for us to even get a sniff of Europe. And
I mean, their bench alone today. Just look at it; it's absolutely frightening the players that they're bringing on. And
we got Will Dennis.
Of course, I mean, Nico came on and scored, and bringing on Rodri, of course. First game back for a long time, and the players that. Stepped up for them this season, like Marmoush, for instance. I mean, what a goal that was.
He's been a great signing, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, that's you can't. There's nothing you can do about that. It's postage stamp. It's in off the inside of the post,
what a goal.
just in the top bins, and no keeper in the world saving that. No matter if we've got the best keeper, on paper the most expensive goalkeeper in the world, no one is saving that. And that's what I feel. I'm kind of a little bit annoyed we don't do more of that. We've got Clivert. Clivert's not afraid to have a shot. He's done it against Brighton, and but we don't have anyone else that's really going to take on that shot. We kind of want to sort of pass it in sometimes and try and one too many touches.
I mean, we talk about our high press, right?
Yeah.
They press everywhere. They press everywhere. They smother us. We didn't have any room to breathe, and that's just what they do so well.
But I think that was going to be the message from Guardiola tonight. Is like you just don't give these lot a moment tonight.
I mean, they had to win.
Yeah, we have to win this game. We want to win this game. We want to be in the Champions League. Let's not mess around like we did against Southampton, like we did against Palace in the Cup. Let's just put these guys to bed, and they did it, and they did it very effectively, and we couldn't cope with it.
Well, it's the last game that some fans who just travel away will have got
the
to
end of the road, mate. Literally.
Dean Huijsen.
Oh yeah.
Look, maybe
just met his mum and dad.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe we can show that to you right now. So we're here with former Dutch football legend Donny Huijsen, father of Dean Huijsen.
That's true.
A disappointing one tonight for Bournemouth, wasn't it?
It
was.
Tough
one to take.
They were too good today, Man City. It was the game of the season for them, I guess.
Yeah.
De Bruyne leaving, Rodri back, Champions League. It was too much for us.
Hey, you must be so proud of Dean
for
his first season in the Premier League, and
we're very proud.
Tell you what, playing for the best team arguably in the world next season, you must be amazed at. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously we're the best team in the world now. But
yeah, that's true. Now, of course, we are very proud for having us, proud for being here, and we're so grateful for Bournemouth for giving him the platform. And this is what it is. This is a dream club, and things happen like they happen.
We worked out that we signed Dino for about £12.5 million, and we've made over £30 million profit. He's played less than 30 Premier League games. That's
it's a lot.
That's £1 million, more than £1 million per game for AFC Bournemouth.
Yeah, that's well done. Yeah.
Is he going to score some big goals for Madrid next season?
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
So, do you think the future's bright for AFC Bournemouth, though, despite losing some players?
Yeah, I think it is, because every year they're going a level up. So I think now after this season again, even if they lose one or two players, but I have full confidence in the how do you say that? The people in the office who buy new players, or Pinto and Simon. So I think it's very well organised.
So, his middle name is he's named after you, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So maybe when he's older, he can have a child that does amazing, and then his middle name will be Dino, right?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
But to be playing alongside the stars next season that he's playing alongside, I suspect you're going to be making a few trips out to Spain, right?
No, of course we go there. We're here with him. We're there with him. He's too young to live on his own. There's too many things around, and we try to keep him focused, feet on the ground, and it's difficult enough for a young child, not small child, young child, because he's still only 20. So yeah, it's difficult sometimes.
Well, on behalf of AFC Bournemouth fans, and hopefully Dino sees this as well, we just want to say thank you so much for letting him come to us, and he's been absolutely phenomenal. And it's not often that a player will come for that short space of time.
No, it's weird,
and win over the hearts of fans like he has done, because he really has. A lot of the times there'd be a lot of negativity with a player going that soon, but we can see how good he is as a footballer, and he's been phenomenal, and hopefully he'll carry on being that chill guy for Madrid, right?
Thank you very much. We're really proud of being maybe a little part of the rise of Bournemouth, and well, you can always think about it. If we go to Real Madrid, it's very good for Bournemouth also, and he wouldn't be there if he wasn't for Bournemouth, so you should be proud also a little bit maybe.
Donny, thank you so much.
Thank you also.
Thank you. Well, I've got a red light on my face at the moment. That's from a nearby car, but I feel a bit red-faced after that performance. But nice to chat to Dean Huijsen's dad there, as he's obviously so proud of his move to Real Madrid. I mean, what a move for him. And like I say, last time that many a cherry that travelled just away will maybe see him in a Bournemouth shirt. So, final score then. Manchester City 3, Bournemouth 1. Not a good day for us today, but look, Man City chasing Champions League. They needed it. Europe is definitely over for us. I think that's it, lads. Let's just enjoy Leicester. Let's go out with a win, eh? Thank you, cheers.